Hi you guys, welcome back to Food Print for Life and my YouTube channel. Today what I want to do is I want to show you, if you've never heard of the foam roller, let me tell you, this thing is crazy good. And you would think, I mean, it's a little, well, no, I guess it's like 25 bucks, but whoever created it is a genius. The only problem sometimes is that it taxes the upper body because you got to kind of lean on it. But what this is it's, today I'm going to use it for the upper body. I will do other videos to show you for the lower body, but for the upper body, so most of us, right, are pronated. We're like this. We sit at a computer, we drive a car, and we're just, this is how we are. When you actually are standing up and you're walking, most of our posture is like this. It's not very attractive and it's very unhealthy because, again, you know, most people end up, they can't even raise their head up. The other part about this is that when you're pronated like this and you're kind of in your toes, everything you do is now affecting your knees, because when you walk in your toes, you can feel it in your knees, especially going up the stairs. And again, that's something I'm going to talk about later. But right now what I want to do is, we have a tendency, again, because we're so pronated, that we don't stretch our shoulders and our chest, and we have to, or else all of that starts growing this way and it gets so tight that you can't open it up. One thing that was so fascinating, I actually saw this on a YouTube channel. They were talking about, you know, posture and hands and shoulders and all that. So one of the guys said that the correct posture is kind of having your shoulders back and your hands facing this way, which I found fascinating, because when you look at people, this is how everybody is. Everybody's arms, because their shoulders are forward, and you can't, like, you can do that with your hands, but it's the upper body that needs to kind of be pulled back. I researched this because I was having a lot of issues with, you know, using a mouse and a computer, and his answer was, well, what you want to do is keep your shoulders back, palms out, bring your hands up, and just turn your wrist when you're using your mouse, versus this, right? Same with the phone. He said, you know, shoulders back, hands up, bring your phone up this way and use it here, okay, instead of kind of hunching over. Anyway, that's kind of a side tip. Okay, so how do we use the roller to open up our chest? What I'm going to show you, and hopefully you can see everything I'm doing. So what I'm doing first is I'm sitting on the edge of the roller. Now, getting on the roller is probably one of the hardest parts of this whole thing. So, no, it is not supposed to be graceful. It is going to feel awkward. You might fall off, and that's okay, because it just gets, you know, it's rolling. We have to get our bodies used to being on the roller. So I start at the very edge of the roller with my butt. Then what I do is I hold on and I get myself down to where my head is very secure on the roller. You don't want it hanging off. Now, you don't want your hands, sorry, I know I have to move this back a little bit. Okay, so getting back on the roller, you don't want your hands this way. You want your hands this way. And the reason why is exactly what I just discussed with you. that we don't want to rotate our shoulders forward. We want to rotate them back for correct posture. So what I'm doing is first just letting my upper body, my shoulders, my chest, just relax. Right now it feels amazing because it's all through here, just opening up. So I hold that position for about 60 seconds. Then I will take my elbows and just slightly move them in a little bit, which opens up the shoulders even more. And I will hold that for 60 seconds. Now, it feels great to me. Sometimes, it should feel good, but it can also be kind of hard because if you're really tight in your chest and shoulders, it's one of those things where when are you ever in a position like this to stretch it out, right? So from here, what we're gonna do is, it's kind of like a snow angel. So you're gonna pull your arms all the way up. Excuse me with that. Arms all the way over your head. Now you're stretching and you're trying to get as close to the ground as possible. Believe me, I've worked on this for years, so I get closer to the ground than most people. If you can't get close to the ground, that's fine. If you start hurting your shoulder joints, you can always kind of lift up and move them this way. But what I want you to try is from here, keeping the palms facing the ceiling. You're gonna go slow. You're bringing your arms slow all the way down to the sides of your butt, and then you're gonna turn your palms over and bring your arms back up over your head. So I'm gonna move back just a little bit now so that you can kind of see a little more of the arms. Again, overhead, stretching it out. As you come out, you'll see, again, my hands are here. They're not twisted in. We have a tendency as we're coming in to do this because that is what we have learned. That's what we taught our bodies. But you want to keep your forearm, your hands up to the ceiling. Now, I want them close to the ground so that you can really get a good stretch. So you're coming all the way down. Then you're turning the palms this way, going back up over your head, coming all the way around and down. So I do that about 6 times. Then once I'm down here, I keep my hands up and I go the other way. And I make my snow angel and I come all the way up. And then I keep my hands just like this down to the ground. And then I flip them over. And I come all the way out and stretch and flip them over. When I've done that 6 times, then I just go back. Oh, I'm telling you, it feels so good. I go back to the position that I started out in, and I notice that my range of motion has increased. I notice that I feel looser, and it's just an unbelievably wonderful stretch, especially again, if you are on a computer all day long. There's nothing other than trying to stretch out the opposite way to really help your body. So this is what I call, again, the upper body roller stretch for the chest and the shoulders. Again, there's so many things that we can do with the roller. So if you decide to buy one, again, I think they're like $25. I will continue to show you different ways of using them because again, it's just, the key to the roller is it's like a massage. So for the upper body, it's not so much a massage, it's more for just kind of opening the chest and the shoulders and the joints. When we use it for the rest of the body, it's like a massage because it really kind of digs into some of those muscle areas, the myofascia, to just loosen it up. I do not look at the roller as a replacement for stretching, but what I do personally is I roll first and then I stretch. But anyway, I think I'm getting way off board and I hope that, again, here, so one more thing, sorry, gotta bring this up. If you do not have a roller, if you're that tight, just go on the ground and do what I just did and you'll still feel a pretty amazing stretch. You don't have to have the roller. You can find a big pillow or you can roll up some blankets or towels so that you at least get a little of the gravity pull, because that's what it is, you know, being raised up. This then gets to open a little more. So again, you can be creative at home without buying the roller, but doing the stretches for your upper body, again, I mean, just they feel amazing. And it's gonna help you, again, just as preventative measures in the future so that, again, we're not like this and that's how we're walking around, okay? So I hope it helps and enjoy. Hey, you guys, this is Deborah Stern from Food Print for Life and my YouTube channel. What I would love is your support in subscribing to my YouTube channel to help me out. It's for free. Doesn't cost a thing. All you have to do is push that button that says subscribe. I think it's over there or over there, somewhere over there. And you can also go to my website, which is foodprintforlife.com, and I have it written on most of my videos. And you can see all the services that I offer if you are interested. I love questions. I love comments. I do FaceTime. I do many, many aspects in terms of different mediums for, especially now, you know, that people are stuck at home. I know how important it is to make sure that we're keeping healthy and that we're keeping safe and that we're keeping moving and that we have good recipe ideas that are healthy and that are going to keep us so that we're not at the end of this whole thing going, why didn't I start earlier? So please check it out. I'd love for you to subscribe, as I said, and check out my website, foodprintforlife.com. You can always email me too at foodprintforlife@gmail.com. Thank you so much.